everyone, today's yoga is ultimately to regulate your nervous system so that you can improve your digestive function, because you can heal your gut through yogic practice through the nervous system regulation, which is the foundational aspect to any gut health or any health and wellness endeavor for that matter. My name is Dr. Connie. I'm a doctor of physical therapy for over 25 years. I'm also a registered dietitian, as well as a board certified functional medicine practitioner and an experienced yoga practitioner. Love yoga as a way to integrate all my knowledge in psychology, physical therapy, nutrition, and functional medicine as the one tool to bring all those things together. So today I want to really go over and explain to you certain poses that you can do or anybody can do to enhance your gut health and to really tune into your nervous system in a way that enhances and allows your gut to sing and be super happy and connected with you, because gut is your second brain and it's something that we need to be mindful of. It's not something anybody else can do for you. With that in mind, in that context, I want you to come in a standing position, right? And then pull your right foot to the left side of the left foot. So standing like this, raise your arms up overhead, grab a hold of the right wrist with your left hand, pull up, pulling the navel to the spine, really pulling and keeping that length from the pelvis all the way up to the bottom of your rib cage nice and long, all while pulling the rib cage down as well as the shoulder blades down the back, relaxing the shoulder, meaning the shoulders are away from your ears, not tucked up like this, tensing, but pulling down. That's the only way that your nervous system is going to find its ease to connect to the breath. Push your hips to the right, upper body to the left. So you're pulling with your left hand, the right wrist, to pull from the right hand all the way down to your right hips, right hip all the way down to the right foot, creating this length on the right side of the body, the ascending colon. And this is opening up the ascending colon, but also constricting the opposing descending colon. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back up and exhale here. And bring the right foot back to its place. Now, left foot crosses over on the other side of the right foot. Find your bearings, and you might feel like, ooh, I'm a little shaky. So switch the hands. This time push your hips to the left. Pull the left wrist up and over with the right hand and root down through the left hip. You're gonna feel this on the descending colon, constricting on the opposing side, which is the ascending colon. Deep breath in and exhale. You might be challenged a little bit in your balance, but that's it, is to find that regulation and find that even breath through the challenges. And come up nice and tall. Exhale, arms come down. Uncross the left hand to the opposite side. This time, you're gonna bend your knees a lot. Feet shoulder width apart. Walk your hands down so that the belly is in connection with the front thigh, all the way down. Hands are flat on the mat and allow your head to hang nice and tall. Shake your head yes and shake it no. From this place, you can be easy until connecting to the breath until you feel a release in your low back. At first, it might feel aggressive, but trust me, connecting with your breath and allowing the shoulders to relax, head to relax. In fact, do a little head shake, yes. Head shake, no. And allowing the blood to rush to your head. All while constricting your abdominal cavity, all the organs in that muscle. Lengthening of this thoracic spine allows all the organs to find that space. And when you can modulate your breath, and by taking the tailbone, tipping it upward, while shifting your weight towards the sole of your feet,
it's going to enhance that stretch and light up the backside of your hamstrings. Even still, pull the navel towards the spine, pulling up and out of your pelvis, taking the tailbone straight up, and pulling the pelvic floor up and in by pulling your anus or your pelvic floor to contract inward, all while pulling the front side of your rib cage to be down the front. If all this is making no sense to you, just connect with the breath. Relax and ease. Tremendously powerful for you to connect with your breath and explore these aspects of your body, because we're asking you to stretch into, feel the sensations. That alone allows your nervous system to regulate, and it's telling it who's in charge, right? Bend your knees, walk your hands up nice and slow, and gently pull your head back, because once you do that, you're going to feel this rush into your blood into your brain. And that might feel cause some of you to get a little dizzy, which is totally all okay. Left foot steps out to the right, right foot steps out to the right. Maybe about 3 feet with distance between the toes. I want you to bend your knees a lot. And this time, I want you to go ahead and see if you can find the floor with your hands. Those of you who don't necessarily have that, I want you to use a block. I'm using a lower end, but know that you can use a higher or even the highest. What's really important is this distance, that you're not tucked under here, rounded in the back. If you're here, I want you to bend your knees a lot, pull up and out of your pelvis and be here, as opposed to being tucked and trying to stretch this way. You'll hurt your back that way, okay? We're trying to open up all the sacral, not sacral, all the chakras of the spine, from the tailbone all the way up to the head. So the crown chakra to the sacral, it needs to line up this way. We're opening. And from this place, those of you who can find the length, you might want to use the block on the lower end or what have you, slightly shifting forward, bringing your upper body down further. I'm going to choose to take the block away, but please use them if you need. Bend your knees a lot. And again, just like we did in the forward fold, I'm going to allow my head to say yes and no, and completely drape my whole upper body down, tailbone up. And slowly, I want to go ahead and press my knee back as I take the tailbone straight up, testing my flexibility. And if you don't have this ability, you still have a block, but continuing to take the tailbone up is going to light up the backside of your hamstrings. It's going to be enough. This allows all your gut organs to really create space to sing and to understand that it has room to do its best thing, to digest and support the digestion and connect with the most important information generator, which is the vagus nerve, right? Bend your knees a lot. Left hand this time comes right down the middle. And then right arm is then going to extend up. Now, those of you, there's going to be a lot of you that shifted to the right to create that. No, I want the left and the right foot to carry even amount of weight. You're pulling out of the left hip to create this rotation, opening to the right side. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Finding your breath is the most important thing. If this is too challenging, you might just want to place it on the inner left thigh, or if that's even too much, just on the right hip is fine. And bring it down. Right hand exactly down the middle, lifting up. Do you remember I talked about ascending and descending colon, the large colon, but this really opens up and allows space for all the organs trapped in within the thoracic cavity under the rib cage, allowing them to open, constrict on the left side, open to the left. This time we're opening to the right, constricting on the left. Shifting and creating this space allows the blood flow and to trigger the vagus nerve to do its thing, what it knows best. So turn your toes out slightly and have your hands onto your knees and bring your upper body up. You might feel a little dizzy, that's okay. Gain your bearings and bend into the knees. And when you look down towards your toes, I want the knees to stay in alignment with the ankles, lines up with the second toe. Go down and up. And as you go down, I want you to really connect to we call it Mula and Uddiyana Bandha. Mula Bandha is the pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha is a navel. It's essentially your core. They're Bandha locks, energy locks that helps us to move better while activating these muscles. Inhale up and exhale. It's important to recognize that yoga is powerful for gaining tone, strength, stability, and strength. But also, it's a great tool because it allows you to do all of the above, all while giving you the ability to regulate your own nervous system. Inhale up and exhale. I don't know about you, I don't have much time in my day. So if there is something that I can integrate all things together and checks all the boxes, that's the one I'm gonna go for. And this does just that. Those of you who are looking to tone, heal your gut, stop dieting, all the things. You're gonna stay down, challenge your quads, because it allows your legs to support you with the muscles activated. Pull the navel to the spine, a little challenging. We're gonna reach to the right and back, just activating the ascending and descending colon on the left, but also lengthening either side of the organs to create a little bit of compression and a little bit of lengthening. So we're triggering, stimulating its function so that it knows. And the best thing is when you connect the motion with the breath. Exhale, reach, inhale back. Exhale, reach, inhale back, really pulling the navel to the spine. It not only works to tone your abdomen, but it also facilitates the connection between the vagus nerve and your gut. And back. And bring it center, lower, and bring your arms up and down. Heel toe your feet all the way in. And we're gonna go ahead, inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward into a forward fold. In this position, you can either have feet shoulder width apart, but I would highly recommend you have your heel toe together. Your bent knees allows the belly to be in contact with the front thigh. I like to have my hands behind my heel. That might be a little challenge for your balance. Have your hands as wide as the mat if you want. As you slowly push the hips back, keeping that contact between the belly to thigh. Taking the tailbone up, that's going to light up your hamstrings. The backside, take a deep breath in. Create length between the pelvis and the rib cage by giving those organs again that much needed space, right? Exhale back, claim that space. Inhale, really make that space between the pelvis and the rib cage, and exhale. This also allows your thoracic spine to be decompressed. So with the gravity, it's making that length so that all the nerves that run down the spine is facilitated or stimulated in a way that's going to help you to digest as well. Keeping that belly to thigh contact, come down and all the way down if you can. Reach your hands back, sit and extend your legs. Keep a slight bend in the knee, belly to thigh contact again. Hands on the underside of your feet if you can, or wherever on your shin. And walk your heels away, tailbone away, plug the navel to the spine. Inhale, create space between the pelvis and the rib cage, and exhale down. This allows compression on the abdominal organs. To create this compression, to allow it to awaken, to function, to be stimulated in this way. This is bilaterally, both left and the right side. Walk your hands back as you inhale your spine all the way up. And bend your knees. Really position your feet shoulder width apart. Really ground through your feet. Hands reach back, finger side towards your feet. Pull up the chest, open up that chest, and this might be just enough for many of you. I want you to find your feet, I want you to find your thighs, I want you to find your arms, and then gently, as light as a feather, lift up the heaviest part of your body, which is your pelvis. Lean your head back. This allows the opposing stretch on the front side. We've done a lot of compression, so we want to work it to where we feel balanced on the front side by lifting our pelvis, leaning back to open up our throat, the whole digestive center, with the support of our arms and our legs, and lower down slow with control. And back. This time I want you to sit nice and tall. Extend the right leg out, bring the left heel in, sit up nice and tall. Right hand on the outside of the left knee, twist, really twisting into the ascending colon, plugging the navel to the spine. Deep breath in, and exhale, rooting down through the back of your right thigh, right hand in front of the right ankle, left hip is rooted down as you extend the left arm up away from the hip. You're going to create this lengthening that we just created on the ascending colon, but immediately you're creating it on the descending, all while now you're compressing into the ascending on the right side. Lift up and out. What's most important is to root down through the left hip as you extend your arm up, supported by maybe even the straight elbow. And those of you who don't have that range, you can even have it so that you bring the floor closer to you. Deep breath in and deep breath out and back. What's most important is your connection to your breath. Okay? Extend the left heel out, bring the right heel in, sitting up nice and tall. Again, allowing this space between the pelvis and the rib cage, sitting up nice and tall. Right hand behind you, left hand on the outside of the right knee, twisting, compressing into the right ascending colon this time, stretching into the left descending, pulling away from the pelvis. So think about ribs pulling away from the left hip or left ribs. And that's how you're going to get a nice stretch. So now we've stretched the descending colon and compressed the ascending. About to do the exact opposite, rooting down through the right hip, extending into the right hand, reaching up, rooting down. There's that polarizing act, all while compressing into the descending colon on the left. Deep breath in and exhale. It's amazing when you connect your breath and go deeper into the pose and find space where you didn't think you had enough. That's when magic happens. Nervous system regulation. And that is the power of you being able to heal your gut, because that's the most important piece, the foundational piece that most programs or most experts lack. And that when you practice yoga in the context of gut health, that's why it's so powerful. Never underestimate the power that you have already within you. Nobody else can heal you anyway, right? Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, lean in, opening your chest, continuing to pull up. We're creating space between your pelvic bowl and the bottom of your rib cage. on the back side, you're extending that thoracic spine where all your autonomic nervous system resides to enhance that facilitation of that information, to lengthen, thereby signals become easier to transmit. And on the front side, as for your organs, you're sort of compressing but lengthening to create that space all within, all while catching your breath, allows your central nervous system with the peripheral nervous system and the autonomic nervous system to the somatic nervous system to all align to help you to reach your healing capacity, especially in the guts. Sitting nice and tall. Feel the buzz in your body as you relax your shoulders, hold your head up tall, feeling all the organs just singing within you, revived and rejuvenated to support you, and it's already healed. So that's what you can expect from God Healing Yoga. Welcome, and I hope you enjoyed it.